With the first round of NAFTA talks underway, members of the beef industry are weighing in following their conference in Calgary. John Maswol is Director of Government and International Relations with Canadian Cattlemen's Association.
From the beef sector, we've collaborated with our American and our Mexican counterparts to take a common position that we like the NAFTA the way it is. We like that it's tariff-free. We like that there's no quotas, there's no safeguards, so that if imports rise above a certain level, you don't have to worry about a tariff.
Maswol thinks live beef and cattle inspections at the border should be removed.
I can't think of a worse place of assuring food safety than opening trucks at the side of the road and taking samples.
He says there are modern ways to do those inspections, just as there is scope for modernizing NAFTA's dispute resolution.
I think there's a lot of focus on Chapter 19, which is the anti-dumping provisions, reviewing of anti-dumping cases. But we've reminded the negotiators not to forget about Chapter 20 as well, which is probably where the type of disputes we would see would be involved.
Maswol says even in the country of origin labeling battle, NAFTA mechanisms could have settled that faster, but there were questions about enforceability. Ag producers in Alberta will be playing host to Open Farm Days this weekend. Producers across the province will be opening their doors for you to come and see how our food is made. The old school Cheesiry near Vermilion is on board.
We'll be also giving some samples for people to try the cheese. One of our neighbor, which is a business partner with us, who makes meat products, so we teamed up with him to showcase the product.
The Cheesiry has been open since December 2015 and just ramped up production in the last year.
We make the cheese from cow milk. We buy the milk from Alberta Milk Board. It comes from Wainwright, the Rajat family, Greenbelt Farm.
The Cheesiry will be open for visitors on both Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The family operation is about 4 kilometers west on the Buffalo Coulee Road off Highway 41 South.
We're inviting people to come and visit our cheesery and to have a chance to taste the difference between what is mass-produced in a factory and what is artisan-made locally.
This is the 5th year Alberta Agriculture is having Open Farm Days. Well, if you're looking for a friendly feline to take home and call your own, this weekend is most convenient and affordable time to do so. The SPCA is hosting its second annual province-wide MTR Shelters Pet Adoption event. Over the next 3 days, adult cat adoption fees are waived, while kitten fees are only $50. This times out nicely in August as there's an abundance of cats and kittens available.
From a shelter perspective, it opens up more space for the incoming fall kittens, which we see an influx of starting around September, October, and in addition, we do have a lot of cats that are currently waiting to come into the shelters.
In addition to the waived and reduced adoption fees, Punch-On says the event drew traffic last year for having reduced fees specifically on kittens.
Right now, actually, the number of adult cats that we have in care is about 20, whereas the number of kittens that we have in care is over 70.
The MTR Shelters event ends at 5 p.m. on Sunday. While Brett Kissel performs at this year's Chuckwagon Cabaret, and the Come by the Hills Music Festival also goes this weekend. Heather Clegg is with the details in this week's What's Happening.
The Denim Ram Tough CPCA finals are in full swing here in the City of Lloydminster. This year's the 25th anniversary of the CPCA Chuckwagon finals out at the Lloyd X grounds, and they've got so many different things planned. Take the whole family out for a couple more great nights of racing. Tomorrow night they've got racing, and then the Chuckwagon Cabaret featuring Brett Kissel. He's got numerous CCMA awards, he's got a Juno Award, and he wants to entertain you tomorrow night out at the Lloyd X grounds. And then Sunday is Championship Sunday. You can head out to the races that get underway at 2 o'clock. Another great opportunity for you to see some live music this weekend at the Come by the Hills Music Festival. It continues tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow they've got music throughout the day, and they wrap things up tomorrow evening with Barney Bentall and the Legendary Hearts, and then the Dungarees. You can get more details by going online at comebythehills.ca. Summer is a great time to spend some time playing in the playground, and it's also a great time to check out some new music. We want you to win a copy of Barry Manilow, This Is My Town Songs of New York, a great tribute of music to a great city. If you want to win a copy, all you have to do is email your name and daytime phone number to tvcontest@newcap.ca. We want to say thanks to John at Universal Music Canada for setting us up with the music. The last time I tried to cook a hot dog over an open flame, I ended up burning it. Well, you don't have to worry about that. Next Friday, you can head to Midwest Furniture as they host a hot dog stand. Get that perfect hot dog and help at a great cause. All the proceeds going to Ronald McDonald House Charities. Well, whatever you choose to do this weekend, I hope you have a great one. I'm Heather Klegus, and that's what's happening.
The City of Lloydminster is once again considering hosting the Saskatchewan Summer Games. After hosting the Games back in 2008, the city is now gauging community support to bring them here in 2020. Anyone who remembers the 2008 Games knows it takes a lot of work, but can have big benefits for the city.
It takes volunteers. It takes various teams and organizations to support it.
Economic-wise, I mean, lots of hotels are full, restaurants. It just, gives a great overall boost to the economy. Recognition for Lloydminster.
The city could also have applied for the 2020 Alberta Summer Games, but council decided Saskatchewan was the better choice.
We're not prepared to extend ourselves a great deal. We'll work with what we have, improve what we have if we have to. If the opportunity exists to build new, we certainly will take advantage of that to increase the value of our community.
Local volunteer groups and sponsors will be contacted before council submits a formal application.
This is Newcap Sports.
Well, 2 days down, 1 to go. With weather improving, so are times at the CPCA finals at the Lloyd exhibition. Winning day money is always special, but even more so when it's a driver's first time. Lance Phillips with the story of a very unexpected win.
1:20.73, the fast time of the night Thursday, over a second faster than that recorded an evening earlier. It was Lane Tournier who turned out that same fast time, earning him day money, a career first for the sophomore driver.
I mean, anytime it's great. I'm so happy for the horses, and my girlfriend Leah and my barn help back here, they do everything in the barn with me, and it's great to be rewarded. We've had a couple top fives. We've been close this year, but this is the first, so it's fun.
Tournier ran in Heat 4, meaning a long wait to see if his time would hold up, and an appliance malfunction didn't help the tension.
Well, we're kind of laughing because we sit and watch or listen to them on the radio and keep hearing times, and you're hanging in there, and I kind of have a running deal that if I get top fives, I buy them Dairy Queen Blizzards. So I said, I don't know what we're going to do if we get first, and then the radio cut out for probably 4 heats, and we didn't know what was going on, so we didn't know where we were sitting.
It was a close race for second, with Danny Ringette edging BJ Carey by 6/100ths of a second. A much better placement than Wednesday for both drivers.
My wheelers outstarted my leaders, and they went straight up, and I made a nice turn at the top, and that outfit I've hooked together, and minus the right wheeler, and they've been in the top 10 since I've hooked them, so it feels good, especially when you can run the 5/8 mile.
Last night they wanted to go right from the start of the horn, and tonight they just went straight ahead. And I think part of it too is in the practice turn I took them quite a bit higher, more or less just to show them that I'm going to turn them. They aren't turning on their own, and I should have done it last night. And I mean, hindsight's 20/20. So tonight worked out good, and the third place finish is perfect.
As track conditions improve, so do times. A welcome sight considering the amount of rain from earlier in the week.
I'm just glad that we can be running right now. 2 inches of rain is a lot of rain for one track to hold, so it's good, and I think it's just going to get faster and faster, and tomorrow I bet you we'll see times in 120 and 119s.
It's still heavy, but it's getting quicker. Each day will get better with more rain. Mother Nature hopefully will stay with us.
It dried lots, but sometimes that ain't the best thing too, right? Like there's enough material on the track that it's going to take a couple days to really get back to fast. Like hopefully tomorrow night we can see some 118s, and but just the mud was a lot less too than last night, so you can tell it's getting a lot better.
Lance Phillips, Newcap Sports, Lloydminster.